Hello, welcome to another sketchbook tour. This is my third sketchbook tour on this channel. Let's get right into it. So this is my cover. I took a piece of scrapbook paper that I had lying around and just taped it to the front. I don't know when I started this sketchbook. It should have been when I finished my last sketchbook. I tend to go from one right into the other, but I finished this on October 6th, 2022. So I normally start with my palettes. So this is my main watercolor palette that I was using. And this is the prong watercolor palette that I used in my last video. Ocean. I was trying to keep track of the shades of blue that I have. I have a lot of blues. Sort of a countryside landscape. I don't like it that much, but that's okay. Stars. And then the next few pages are color studies that I was working on. I met a lady in the local art store and she asked me if I had done a color wheel, and I hadn't, so I came home and did some color studies. So this is the main color, and then this is it mixed with all of the colors from this palette. So these are colors that I want to sort of preserve before I clean my palette, or just colors that I liked a lot, so I want to make sure that I can remember them so I can recreate them later. This is Yui Funami from the anime Yuri. This is Adachi from Adachi to Shiomura, the anime. And this is Asuna from Sword Art Online. I bought these new watercolor pencils that were on sale, so I was just testing them out. Same thing here. Sunset. I painted the background first and then added these in later after I came back from my trip to LA. Some more stars. This is the new Owl City album cover that he released. My blue palette again. A rainbow for Pride Month. This is Double Trouble from She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, I believe. I made this because I was bored. This is a reference image from Google that I wanted to recreate with watercolor. Just water and mountains. A city with the northern lights. Nick and Charlie from Heartstopper. These are the reference images from Google. The Slytherin crest, I'm a Slytherin. Some pufferfish. These are some doodles that were inspired by the channel PearFleur. I'll link her channel in the video. So this was the testing image, and this is what I made afterwards. Some leaves. This is my new palette. My mom picked up a watercolor palette for like $2 at a local store, and it's the Meeden 24 colors. They're not the best watercolors, but the black is really, really dark, which I like. These were some pin ideas that I was thinking of. So this is the pride flag, the bisexual flag, the pansexual flag, transsexual flag, asexual flag, and non-binary flag. This is Jin from Into the Forest of Fireflies. This is 02 from Darling in the Franxx. This is Yuki Natsuno from Shiki. Just scribbles to cover up the outline from the previous page that you can see. I really wanted to make mushrooms, so I did mushroom wallpaper, mushroom watercolors. I was practicing negative drawings, so I really like this one. This one was just a doodle, but this one I actually tried really hard to focus on the negative aspects. So you start with the lightest color and then slowly work your way to the darkest color. These are two quotes. This quote is from Magic Island by TXT. It goes, "Will it eventually come to nothing? Will all the dreams become memories? This drifting voyager? I think I forgot how to laugh at the end of a gray reality, and when the darkness calls me again." And this one's from Can't You See Me by TXT. It goes, "Crumbled sandcastle, who's a liar? Dancing fire at the end of the world. Can't you hear it? My voice searching for you. Once again I'm left alone. Save me." So both of these are from Maid-sama. This is Usui. He's my favorite character. And this is Misa. This is a quote from the song Ring by Tomorrow by Together. It goes, "However I try, I just don't want to accept the you that could have loved someone who isn't me. No matter how many times I try to give up, my eyes fall shut and my heart loves you again." This is my bedtime playlist. So I just was listening to it and decided to write it down. Some doodles. I tend to plan out a lot of my drawings beforehand. This was inspired by PearFleur. Again, she's probably one of my favorite YouTube channels. I watch all of her videos. This is a quote from the song Ring by TXT. It goes, "However I try, I don't know. I still don't know how to love someone who isn't you. No matter how many times I try to give up, In the world that reflected in my eyes, I'm still looking for you. So this is another color study. I don't have this pink in my original color palette, so I wanted to do another color study after getting that meet-in color set. So this is that. And then I was just fooling around with colors and I made like this rosy, dusty rose color. In my first sketchbook tour that I uploaded, I talked about how this paper isn't really good for watercolors. It's not the best. So I was practicing with lots of water, lots of pigment, wet on dry, and then sort of dabbing my paintbrush on the paper to see how it worked. And then I made a picture using that, so I did lots of water and dabbing, and then wet on dry down here. More doodles. Flowers. These remind me of dragon fruit. There's the dragon fruit that's like purpley. So this picture is this plan, inspired by PearFleur again. She does a video where she does something like this. A waving cat, Jack Skellington. I was in the mood for Halloween, so I did a jack-o'-lantern. This is the final draft sort of drawing of that negative one that I was practicing. I had just bought some new metallic watercolors, so I don't know if you can see it on camera. Yeah. But I was also listening to the song Wonder. The cover by Bumgew from TXT is the one that I have, but the original is by Adboy. And it goes, I know we shouldn't go that far, but I could wonder. More of my new metallic watercolors. So these were the metallic watercolors that I bought. I actually just got them from the dollar store. And they're pretty good for dollar store quality. But when you put them on black, they all sort of look silver, except for the gold and the bronze. Especially this palette, this one, this set. It pretty much all turned silver once I put it on black. So this is the Winsor Newton Cotman watercolor 10-pack set that I use. And this was my palette that I updated on September 13th. I added some new watercolors and got rid of some other watercolors. So all of these are the same brand, except for this one's Winsor, this one is Van Gogh, and this one is the Winsor Black. Some Blue Hills. Poppies. These were also inspired by the channel PearFleur. She painted poppies. I get a lot of my inspiration from her. This is the color study that I did before painting this. So I was deciding between blacks and grays versus the blues. Daisies. Reference images just from Google. Stars, using those metallic watercolors. Boredom, definitely doodles from being bored and having no idea what I wanted to do. I decided to start bullet journaling again, so this was me practicing my plans for what I wanted to do. I decided on a space theme. This is a quote from the song Queen of Hearts by Twice. It goes, "Burn my past in the fireplace. From the ashes I rise again. Looking at the future, it's so bright. I'm gonna make it mine." So I wanted to see if adding the silver watercolor to regular colors would make them metallic. And it didn't really work. It just made the silver on top of the color. So I mixed the colors together and blended them really well, but when it dries it looks like I just put silver on top of a color. I don't know, it wasn't the outcome I was hoping for. These are lyrics from the song Hitori no Yoru by TXT. It's one of their Japanese songs. And the lyrics go, "If we had just stayed this way, nothing would have hurt. I want to be loved. That new emotion, when it sprouted, changed my world." These were just me testing my bullet journal. Markers that I had got, I wanted to make sure that it didn't bleed through this type of paper. And I didn't have any inspiration at this time, so I was just doodling. This was another bullet journal planning. I wanted to do sort of like a bumblebee theme, so I was trying to decide on how to do that. More bullet journal planning. I think I ended up going with this design and this design for some of my things. An octopus, some doodles of this candle actually, an eraser, and my cat's paw. I got my Stationery Pal package in the mail. I did an unboxing of Stationery Haul on this channel, and this is the washi tape that was in there. One of the things that I got from Stationery Pal was this little book that came with different flowers. So I ended up drawing a bunch of these. Just recreating this sticker. I'm sad because I had actually drawn this whole thing and then used the black watercolor, the Meeden one, and it covered up all the pencils so I couldn't see it through, so I had to redraw everything. Some more flowers. These ones maybe berries. Flowers. I hate this. I was trying to draw something, but I wasn't inspired or in the mood, and I just kept doodling circles over and over again, so it's not very good. Circles. Daisy. So I was listening to the song Daisy by Kepler, but the background is inspired by the album Daisy by Pentagon. Just painting from boredom. This is lyrics from the song Lonely Boy by TXT. It goes, "Not just my fingers, but also my heart, violently stabbing me deeply. Your words that dig into my skin are cruel. A mark was placed where the ring sits, a tattoo called you on the fourth finger." And this is lyrics from Opening Sequence by TXT. It goes, "Dance with me, take one more chance on me, I'm bleeding painfully." So this was, I got a new white gel pen from Stationery Pal, and I wanted to see if it would work over this black marker that I'm using in my bullet journal. And it wasn't working well, and then when I tried to do double layers, it sort of worked well, but I ended up not using it for my bullet journal. Here's some doodles, clouds. This is a doodle of some apples in a basket. Some stars. This quote's from the song When We Were Kids by Twice. And all it says is, remember when we were kids. Clouds and stars. It sort of reminds me of the concept from Nap of a Star by TXT. That's just a purple landscape. I'm currently watching Spy Family. I love this anime, it's so good. So this is Anya and her dog. I can't remember his name. When I painted this, they hadn't released his name yet. And this is Yor from Spy Family. Both these images are from the, I believe, the opening sequence for the new part 2 of the season 1. Just some blue hills. These are lyrics from the song Knees by IU. It goes, if I lie down on your knees, brush my hair, like when I was young. If I fall asleep lightly from your nice touch, just let me stay for a moment. Don't wake me up, I'm going to sleep tight. This is a sunrise. These were, I bought another set of watercolors to fill in my initial watercolor palette, so these are from this set. But I just wanted to redo them so I could remember. And some 4-leaf clovers. So let's look at this. I said that I'd plan out a lot of my drawings beforehand. These are some doodles. Molang. There's the waving cat, the negative circles, jack-o'-lantern. I wanted to do a picture of me holding a crystal or a piece of moon rock, something that was glowing, but I didn't end up doing that one. Here's Wonder, the Queen of Hearts. I was also thinking of doing one for Butter by BTS, the Sprouts, just me measuring for this picture. My testing page. I actually ended up creating one of my own purples in my palette. I didn't have a purple. All my purples were like this shade, which is more of a reddish purple, and I wanted a bluish purple, so I ended up making my own shade. Yor, Anya. I was gonna do the picture of all 3 of them, but I just ended up not doing that. The mushrooms and my bedtime playlist. Ring. The leaves, my pins. Usui, this is my doodle of him right while I was watching the anime. The poppies and the daisies. I was gonna do this drawing of, I think it's a daisy in front of a moon. The reference image was just off of Google. The mountains that I did, those hills from Kyungsu's album or single It's Okay or That's Okay. And then these ones. Oh, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch because it's my favorite cereal. Alright, that's it. Thanks so much for watching.